Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back. Tonight is episode 4 of the Restoring the Healer series, a meditation series for spiritual burnout and emotional exhaustion. And tonight's session is for the people who feel disconnected from themselves, disconnected from spirit, disconnected from the things that once made them feel grounded, hopeful, connected, or alive. And through tonight's meditation, we are going to gently explore what it feels like when spirituality becomes quiet, when the connection you once felt suddenly feels distant. Because sometimes spiritual burnout is not just exhaustion. Sometimes it becomes numbness. Sometimes after enough grief, stress, survival, disappointment, loss, or emotional overwhelm, people quietly stop feeling connected to the things that once brought them comfort. Perhaps meditation feels harder, spiritual practices feel flat, prayers feel empty, and healing feels distant. And for some people, that disconnection can cause fear. Why can't I feel anything anymore? Am I doing something wrong? Did I lose my connection? Did Source leave me? But tonight, I want to gently offer another possibility. Maybe your spirit didn't disappear. Maybe your nervous system has simply been overwhelmed for too long. Because when human beings spend long periods of time surviving, the body naturally prioritizes safety over openness. And sometimes the nervous system becomes so exhausted that numbness becomes protection. So tonight, this session is not about forcing spiritual connection. It's not about trying to raise your vibration. It is simply about creating enough safety, stillness, and softness for connection to gently return in its own time. So wherever you are tonight, I am truly honored you are here with me. And before we begin, I wish to invite those of you that wish to receive the additional energy healing bonus of Reiki that has been infused in this session. I invite you now to provide your consent in order to receive, just simply by saying yes out loud or in your mind's eye. And if you do not wish to receive this additional energy healing bonus that's available to you, that's okay too. Simply do not provide consent, and you will not receive. You will, however, receive the full benefits of this meditation, whether you receive the additional bonus of the Reiki energy or not. Always remember your body, your energy, your healing journey, and as always, your choice. Now, as we begin, you're invited to take whatever feels supportive and leave anything that does not. There is no right way or wrong way. And tonight is not about doing anything perfect. It's simply about allowing yourself to receive. As we begin to settle together tonight in this space, I want to invite you to begin noticing a soft warmth surrounding your body. For those of you who are receiving the Reiki energy, You may wish to imagine a gentle golden light surrounding you completely, warm, soft, steady. The universal life force energy flowing exactly where it is needed tonight. And for those of you connecting to this experience in a different way, you might simply imagine yourself standing outside on a warm, peaceful day, turning your face towards the sun, feeling that natural warmth resting against your skin, that steady, comforting warmth that reminds your body that you are here, you are supported, and you are safe enough to soften for a little while. Whether you are connected to this as energy or as the warmth of the universe, you are welcome here. As this warmth continues surrounding you now, allow your shoulders to soften, relax the jaw, take a slow, deep breath in, and a gentle, slightly longer exhale. Sometimes spiritual disconnection can feel lonely, especially when you remember what connection used to feel like. Maybe there was a time when you deeply connected to your intuition, to nature, to energy, to prayer, to the universe, to spirit. And maybe now everything just feels quiet, flat, distant. And maybe part of you has been trying to force the connection back, trying harder to meditate, trying harder to heal, trying harder to feel something again. But the harder we force connection, the more pressure the nervous system often feels, because true connection rarely comes through force. It comes through safety, through slowing down enough for the body to soften, through creating enough stillness for the nervous system to stop bracing against the survival for just a little while. And if this where you find yourself tonight, I just want you to know that you are not alone. I am right there with you. And you have not been abandoned. Sometimes the light simply becomes difficult to see when we have been walking through emotional darkness for so long. But difficult to see does not mean gone. Take a slow breath in and a gentle exhale out. Feel your body settle a little more deeply into the surface beneath you. And I invite you now to imagine that you are standing on a quiet path at night. The sky above you dark and wide. The air cool against your skin. And in your hands, you are holding a small lantern. Its light is soft, warm, gentle, not bright enough to illuminate the whole path ahead, only enough to guide the next few steps. And maybe at first, that feels uncomfortable because part of you wants certainty, wants clarity, wants to know exactly where you are going. But tonight, you are simply being asked to trust the next step. So slowly, you begin walking. The path beneath your feet steady and quiet. And although darkness surrounds you, your lantern continues glowing softly beside you. And as you walk, you begin to realize something. Even though the night feels dark, you are not actually alone here. The earth is still beneath you. The trees still surround you. The stars still exist above the clouds, even when we cannot see them fully. And perhaps connection has not disappeared as much as it has simply become quieter, more subtle, more gentle. And as you continue walking, you begin noticing small lights appearing in the distance. Tiny glowing lanterns softly lining parts of the path ahead. Almost as though others have walked this path before you. Others who also felt disconnected, exhausted, spiritually numb or lost. And slowly, the path begins feeling less lonely. Take another slow breath. And now, you arrive at a quiet clearing. The night sky opens above you. And as you stand there, you notice the stars beginning to appear, one by one, softly returning, not all at once, and certainly not dramatically, just gradually, gently, naturally. And your nervous system begins realizing connection does not always return in big, overwhelming moments. Sometimes it returns slowly, quietly, like tiny lights appearing in darkness. And as Reiki energy continues flowing, imagine that soft golden light surrounding you. Or imagine your lantern light surrounding you, wrapping you in warmth and safety, softening the fear that you have lost your connection forever, softening the exhaustion your body has been carrying, softening the pressure to force yourself to feel spiritual enough. And with every breath, your body relaxes a little more into safety. You do not need to force connection tonight. You do not need to perform spiritually tonight. And you are allowed to simply rest here and trust that what is meant for you will return gently in its own time. We'll take a moment now and allow yourself to just be, feel, and to integrate all you have experienced in this session. If these words felt supportive tonight, I invite you to receive them, to embody the truth that the light never truly left, that you do not need to force healing, and that you are supported even when it feels like you're not. Take another slow breath in and a gentle, slightly longer exhale. And now, just before we begin returning, take one more moment standing beneath the night sky. Notice the stars above you. Notice the lantern still glowing softly in your hands. Notice how your body feels now compared to when you first arrived. And perhaps tonight, your nervous system is remembering something important. The light never truly left you. It simply became harder to see while you were surviving. And now you begin slowly walking down the lantern-lit path. The night no longer feeling quite as heavy as it once did. The lantern still warm in your hands. The small lights around you gently guiding the way. And with every step, you carry this feeling of softness with you. This reminder that connection does not need to be forced. That healing can happen gently too. Slowly now, the path begins leading you back towards the present moment. Back towards your body. Back towards the room you are in. Begin gently noticing the surface beneath you. Notice the temperature of the air around your body. Perhaps wiggle your fingers or toes. And take a slow, final, deep breath in. And exhale gently. And whenever you are ready, you can softly open your eyes. I want to thank you for allowing me to hold space for you tonight. And I want to ask you to thank yourself for showing up for you today, for showing up for your healing, for your nervous system, and your spiritual growth. If this session supported you tonight, I warmly invite you to subscribe and to continue through the rest of the Restoring the Healer series as the remaining sessions are released. This space was created for those of us that are emotionally exhausted, for the overcarriers, the helpers, the healers, and the people learning that rest is sacred too. And for those of you who feel called to explore your healing journey on a deeper, more personalized level, I also offer one-on-one trauma-informed healing and Reiki sessions. You can find more information through my links in my bio. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, and remember, even in the darkness, your light still exists. Namaste, my friends.